What is integrated pasture management? What is it, and what does it look like on an operation?
Sounds good. So integrated pasture management, in fact, it's an integrated approach where instead of focusing on one element of that will contribute to the health of a pasture, we will take an integrated approach on all the different components that compose pasture health, and by knowing what they are, impact them so that we have a sustainable grazing resource for the future, as well as improving the bottom line for producer.
Excellent. I guess what we'll start off with is maybe how should a producer go about thinking about incorporating this into their operation if they haven't already put that in place?
Yes. So first, I would say it's nice to know what we should integrate first, and then if it is not in place, to take maybe one field, try it out, see how it benefits you or benefits the producer, and then put it at on a bigger scale. And when I'm talking about integrated pasture management, it is taking into consideration the fertilization profile of the soil. So doing, for instance, some soil test, managing those grazing rotation, managing also the unwanted weeds, trees, brush, so with herbicide or, for instance, mechanical brush management. And by taking those elements into consideration, it's how we can improve the health of the pasture.
What feedback do you get from people that have integrated pasture management systems in place, sort of thing, in regards to how much it's improved the grass, sort of thing, and the soil?
Yes, so we have had feedback from growers, producer, and we also have done some study on it. So by integrated an integrated pasture management plan, in fact, we will be able to graze more cows on the same acre. That's why it will contribute to the bottom line of producer. And based on our study, it's about 78% more cows can be grazed on the same acre when we, for instance, choose to select some herbicides, range and pasture herbicides.
And you want to talk a little bit about the herbicides that you recommend, sort of thing, for this?
Yeah, that sounds great. So, so we have three products in terms of range and pasture herbicide. We have Restore 2. Restore 2 is a herbicide that will be selective, so doesn't touch the grass at all. We'll let this native or seeded grass alone, and will control our broadleaf weeds. Then we have Reclaim 2 herbicide that will control the broadleaf weeds, but on top of that, the brush, so buckbrush, snowberry, will be with Reclaim 2. And we have Grazon. Grazon is our product for trees. It will control the broadleaf weeds, our trees, and leave the selective again on the grasses. If a producer have trees and brush, he will need to do a mix between Reclaim 2 and Grazon. So those would be our solutions.
In terms of controlling what's growing in your pastures, how important is that to livestock health?
Yes, so we know that some of those weeds we are after, so those broadleaf weeds, either they can be toxic, some of them can be toxic to the cows, so they will select to not eat it, and then it will impact the health of the cow because they are not eating as well as they can. And other are also invasive, so it will take over the pasture, and again the cow will not have the ration, food ration that they need. So that's why by controlling those broadleaf weeds, brush and trees, we will allow the grass, native or seeded, to take over and therefore be available for the cows. So they will have a better health because they will eat better. They will also spend less time wandering for food. They will have it available for them, and therefore it will increase their health, and it will increase also their weight. And from a producer perspective, they will not need to feed them too early in the fall, and they will be able to put them earlier in the spring. So overall, it will contribute to the health of the cows for an increased bottom line.
Awesome. I guess anything you wanted to add, Isabelle, that I haven't asked you?
I would say that if you have, or if a producer have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us.